Hello, are you tired of the level where you are and you've been dreaming of how to actually go to your next level? Or are you having dreams or visions and you just wonder how to make them happen? In this video, I'll be sharing some very powerful tips on personal leadership as a very important factor to helping you develop yourself and living in the reality of your dreams. Stay right here and don't go anywhere. It's coming right up. Hi there, Victor Molaidime once again, and I welcome you back to the channel. This channel is dedicated towards helping you recognizing your potential, developing the best and ideal version of yourself to live in the reality of your dreams. Today we have a very special subject and it's on personal leadership. It's a continuation of what we had last week, and it's very important for us to note at this point that the world actually started with one man. It's important for us to know that all the changes we see today are as a result of the ability of one man to actually act on his ideas when time began. So it's important for us to understand that change begins with the ability of us to individually, act in response to our visions and our dreams in making them come to pass. So to become the best version of ourselves, we must begin this journey of personal leadership. It was Bill Butler that actually says, personal leadership extracts our potentials and helps us to polish them, to become the best versions of us. What is your ideal world? And what is your ability to be able to use the factors within your control to actually create this world? Because finally, all of this discussion is just about you being able to use the factors within your control. Yes, there are so many things wrong with our world today. When you look around, as for faults, as for all of that, yes, they abound. There is weakness in this, there's weakness, yes, but within your own sphere, what are you able to do with what you have to create your world? This is a summary of this whole discussion. If we get it at this point, this is it. What you have, what you can control, because you will understand that there are so many things that are out of our control. There are things that are in our control, within our control, and it is our ability to use the things within our control that is what we are talking about today. So this, you will understand that personal leadership leaves us with no room for excuses, but only the ability to respond to the responsibilities that lies before us. So this is not about waiting for God to do for us what He has empowered us to do by ourselves. It's about us taking responsibility for our lives, because I remember a preacher, Bishop T.D. Jakes, actually said this so powerfully well. He said, what God gives us are His gifts to us, but what we do with those gifts is our gift to God. So in as much as we go to God, crying for stuffs, asking for stuffs, when He gives things to us, because He has not created us empty or created us as junks, He also requires us, because of the possibilities and powers that He has put in us, to use that thing, see creatively and bring something out of it. For example, God gave us trees, and out of those trees we've been able to actually make trees, we've been able to make chairs, we've been able to make beds out of it. That is our gift to God. So God will give us trees, but will never ever come down to come and make the chairs. So it's important for us to actually assume responsibility for the things that are in our control. So God has given you that idea. He will not come down and go and talk to that person for you. God will not come down and go and take that course for you. God will not come down and go and make that design of your logo to start your business. That is what is within your own control. That is what is within your own ability to do. And this is what we are talking about today. Not lazing out in prayers when we already have strategies that we should get to work to apply. It's very, very important. So we must be able to find the line between what God does and what we are empowered to do by ourselves. If you are getting value out of this, it will mean a lot to me if you hit the thumbs up, so that the algorithm can actually help to share it to more people, and also subscribe and share with family and friends. In the journey of personal leadership, clarity of direction is very important. It's very important for you to know what you want to do, what you want to use your life for. That is what will even help you to understand the kind of tools or elements or factors that are within your control that you can use for a cause. So very quickly, I want to share with you 3 very powerful and important tools that will help you to gain clarity of direction. First of all, you will want to check your mindset. You want to check your paradigm. Is the mindset that I am operating by, is it reality or principle based, or is it as a result of conditions or conditioning from family, from the environment, from peers, from even religion, and so on? You will want to check, what am I operating by? Is it something that is in line with my purpose? Is it something that is in line with who I am? It's actually one of those things that is very primary and important to look out for, because we come into this world with what the social scientists actually call tabula rasa. It's the empty state of the mind, and then as we go on, the agents of socialization like family, peers, school, religion, and all of that gets to educate us. And in the process, we pick up people's opinion. We pick up different opinions that does not necessarily go with us. And as a result of our makeup, they have become a pattern, a paradigm with which we are running, and it is always taking us away from the direction of what we are actually meant to do or be. So it's important for you to actually check out what you are being run by, and to ensure that you are being run in the direction of what you truly represent as a person. The second step I want to share is the fact that not everything in an information that we see around us is for us. Not all the informations that is around that is provided in the environment that is for me as a person. I must be able to sit down, see the informations that are being suggested, and see, okay, which of this is for me. It's very important, so I don't just keep on learning generally and don't have that ability to dissect information and check out informations that are important or necessary for my growth, information that will feed me, information that will help me gain clarity for my direction. That is why one of the things that have actually plagued us as a society, which I even have as a personal experience, is the fact that we consume knowledge a whole lot, but this knowledge we don't actually check out to see if that knowledge is for us. We don't see how to get the knowledge that we can actually start acting on, that will help us in the direction of our lives. I remember a time in my life where I had so many books, I was writing and all of that. But it came to a time I said, hey, I have to make this change, because I look at my life and I have this head knowledge a lot, but actually, if I look at my results, it doesn't show, and it's so frustrating. You know what to do, but you are not seeing the results. And that is something that, it's so frustrating to so many people. Until I came to a point in my life, I'll be like, hey, I have to check out for this information and apply them. It will so surprise you that in your books, in your journals and all of that are informations that are needed by you to create that change, to take you to that next level, but you have not actually picked up the information that are important to you to apply. You see, we have always lived on the fact that knowledge is power. But I beg to differ from that. It's the knowledge that you apply that is power. I want to believe that yes, knowledge is powerful, but the one that you apply is the one that is power in you. So it's important for us to, take that responsibility on the informations and the knowledge we actually receive from different areas, from research, from the seminars we go to, and be able to sit down and say, okay, where do I want to be, and look at that information before you. Any information you get, this is so important. Where do I want to be? What is my vision? What is that dream that I have? And what are the things in this information that can help me on the journey to where I am going? And how do I start, applying this information now, so that if you do this, you are going to see progressive change in your life, not just consuming knowledge, consuming information, just keeping them up and down. It's important that out of any information or knowledge you get, check out if it's relevant to you, get the seeds in the information, and that is what I'll be talking about maybe sometime in other videos, how to take action. When you take up the information and just try to swallow it, it's too heavy. You must be able to have the eye to check out for the seeds in an information, because that is what aids action. Action is just like you sowing seeds in the ground, and every information has seeds in it. So when you know your direction, you'll be able to pick up the seed in an information to sow in action, and that is what produces results, and that is what helps you to actually move. The next thing I want to talk about is the power of solitude. It's so important. It's been a busy world, our minds are so hooked up on so many things. We must be able to have that time where we create to be with ourselves, to reach out to that inner strength that we have, to connect with our Creator. Have that time always. An hour a day, 30 minutes a day is important. Don't get into the mix of things being, moving and all of that you don't have time to stay with yourself. And there's been this mantra, oh, I'm bored and all of that. Don't get into that laziness. It's so dangerous that you always want to be in the company of others, but you are afraid to stay in the company of yourself. Stay with yourself, examine your thoughts, examine the things you are thinking, and this is where you actually hear yourself. I've always said this, we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. This is not Victor. Victor is the spirit inside this body. And it's important for me to actually have that time of solitude, that time of quietness, my secret place where I just go and then I'm calm. I switch off everything. I call it my out of the world experience. I do this every day. My out of the world experience, where I sit down to look at my thoughts. I look at myself, I get to pray. I get to connect with my Creator, connect with myself, and come out of that experience every day an improved and better person. At this point, if you are getting value out of this, I will enjoy you to please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share with family and friends. I am a personal development coach, and I help people in recognizing their potentials and developing the ideal version of themselves that lives in the reality of their dreams. So if you are at this stage of life where you've not actually connected to meaning or that thing you are created for, your assignment, it's something I will be most glad to help you with. So I look forward to you reaching out to me through any of my contacts, my social media, even my website. I look forward to you reaching out to me and getting to this journey of fulfillment together. So, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Engage on this level of personal leadership. This is where you actually get to connect with your true self. This is where you actually get to get off distractions and complaints and excuses and actually take the wheels of your life, because the truth is you are the captain of your fate. Thank you so much for your time as always. It's always a joy to allow me into your space. It's something I don't take for granted. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to the next episode and the next series on personal leadership. Until then, stay happy.